Well, the Pentagon is facing backlash for radically expanding its abortion policy, but our next guest is fighting back, saying that he will hold up every Defense Department nomination if his demands are not met. Joining us now is Senate Armed Services Committee member, Senator Tommy Tuberville. Senator, welcome to the show. All right, so explain to us your concerns with this new policy and how you plan to hold up these nominations.
Well, thank you. You know, the American people just want a military that keeps them safe. But the problem is now we've got a weak, woke Department of Defense leadership that they want to go by these radical, woke policies. And here's what happened. But a couple months ago, we all heard that they're going to change the abortion policy, which is a federal law in the military. And it's been very effective. They go by incest, rape, or life-threatening caused by pregnancy to the mother. That's how they get an abortion. Now, they've been averaging 20 a year. So now they want to change it because of Roe Wade. They want to change this that we found out this past Wednesday in a briefing. They want to change it to abortion on demand at any time, and they're going to use taxpayer money to transport the military personnel to other states where they can have the abortion. Now, it's not just military personnel, it's also their dependents. So we're going to go from 20 a year to a third-party group said we're going to now have probably 4,000 a year. That's military personnel only. That's not including the dependents, the family members of these military personnel. So it's just another way to spend taxpayer money to create a situation where the American people will have to go by a rule that's changed by the military. You know, if they want to change a law, if they want to change a federal law, they need to run for Congress. They can't be trial and jury themselves. They need to do what's right for the American people, and they need to go by the laws of this country.
So obviously holding up nominations is a big deal. How many folks are we talking about, and what has been the response from either Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin or other senior officials over there in response to what you've done?
Well, I'll probably have a weekend visit with either Lloyd Austin or Milley. I'm going to the Army-Navy game yesterday, and I figure I'll have some kind of conversation there. As you well know, Sean, a senator has a lot of power when it comes to nominations. All you have to do is one senator put a hold on a nomination, and it's going nowhere. So in my letter, I've told them until I get some kind of briefing, we sit down and talk about this, or till they reject and pull this back, we're not going to confirm. I'm not going to let them confirm any civilian or flagship officer in the next coming months or days or weeks. It doesn't make any difference because this is not right. We want to make sure the American people have a say in this, and we're not going to allow them to do whatever they want and run roughshod over the American taxpayer.
Senator, can I just clarify something? So you just said something that I thought was interesting. Obviously, there's civilian nominations, but flag officers also have to get approved, whether it's a general or admiral, have to get approved by the United States Senate. Are you saying that you will also hold those nominations for moving forward up?
That's correct. That's in that letter. We want a response. We want to let Lloyd Austin know that we reject what he's doing because they say they got approval from the Department of Justice. Well, last time I've heard, they weren't elected. They were appointed. Anytime you change a federal law, Sean, it has to go through Congress. Now, if we pass it through Congress, I'm fine with that. But we cannot allow people in the Department of Defense to make these rules and regulations on their own and not be subject to some kind of response. So my response is, hey, I'm going to hold everybody up until they make a decision to run this through Congress, and I reject the idea of them changing abortion on demand and using taxpayer money, and I think we'll get a pretty quick response.
And I mean, they're on the clock ultimately here too, Senator, because if this doesn't happen in this Congress, if I understand correctly, Biden will have to re-nominate these individuals, so there is some pressure on them.
Well, there'll be some pressure, but you know, we should have had a briefing a long time ago on this. We asked for one. We finally got one this past Wednesday, and lo and behold, there was a lot more to this than just flying some of our military personnel around the country to states that do abortion. So it is It was surprising to us. So if they're going to hold secrets, and then at the middle of the night on some holiday weekend in the next few weeks they're going to let this go through, then they're going to pay the price for this. So I'm going to have a hold on all those personnel people until they give me an answer, or until they give us an opportunity to run this through the right areas to make sure that the people of this country have a say about this.
Senator, do us a favor. As soon as you get that answer, please let us know. I appreciate you sharing this with us.
Well, it might be Christmas Eve, Sean, because you know how this group works. This administration's been known to do things on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and on holidays. So weak and woke, that's what they're trying to make our military into.
All right, you've got our number. Merry Christmas if we don't see you again. Thanks, Senator.